Blessed is the hand that giveth. Truly, blessed is the hand that giveth. Or, blessed is the hand that giveth. Or, blessed is the hand that gives. You are once again welcome to Evangelist Imakalu TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Imakalu. So quickly, this will be a short video, it will not be so long. I want to talk on this issue. Blessed is the hand that giveth. As you know, I always speak from matters arising. I have come to discover something. This is a regular quotation in the mouth of many people. Even there had been a reggae musician by name Lucky Dube of blessed memory, who sang, "Blessed is the hand that giveth, than the one that taketh." So, many people quote this Bible verse, "Blessed is the hand that giveth, and the hand that taketh." And this is a quotation of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ made the statement, then people continue to quote about it. Then there are other related scriptures about giving. As you know, I am an evangelical author. I am a human capital developer. I am a custodian of Christianity. I have written a book with the title, Living a Generous Life. It is about giving. I want to speak on this matter. It is not that I am against giving, but I want to balance the equation. I have written that book, but I have not published it. It is among the 7 books that I have written that are not yet published, and nothing is withholding them apart from money. However, I have 5 books published in Amazon at the moment. I have come to discover that there are lots of lazy people who refuse to work and provide for themselves. Some of them have families. They fail to work. It is not that they are sick. It is not that there is no opportunity for them to work, whether working in high class or low class. A lot of these people are lazy even to study, to go to school. There are people who are lazy to study in the school, even when there are others who are ready to finance their education, but they are just lazy. They don't want to stress themselves. They don't want to stress their mindset, their brain to study. Studying is stressful for real, but it is payable. It is payable. So we strive to study because of the benefits we aim at for acquiring knowledge. But there are people who are mentally lazy, who are morally lazy, who are physically lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to invest. They just decide, they just choose to be parasitic, to be liabilities to others. They live the life of dependency. Why have I come with this topic? Because I have seen people in the streets, in the church, among the Muslim communities, in different areas of the world. There are people who have decided not to work. Even when you try to create an avenue for them to work, they will excuse you. They will give one reason. They will always introduce logic why they should not work. And at the same time, they will not let you be. Not only you, if you are an adult and you are up to 30 years, you can bear me witness that you have experienced this kind of thing in one way or the other. Or maybe you are one of those people I'm talking about, the parasitic mindset of people who live the life of dependency. And anytime they come to you, you give them something, my money, or food, or whatever. At times, it may not be convenient for you to give to them, and they will not be happy with you, as if you owe it to give to them. They never think of providing for themselves, not to talk of them thinking to provide for others. They never can imagine one day giving anything little to you. It is all about coming to you to take. Why have I come to this quotation? This quotation have formed their mantra. Anytime you want to disagree with them, or maybe you want to give any reason for you not to give to them at a particular moment, they'll begin to quote this quotation to you. Blessed is the hand that giveth, than the hand that taketh. This is always their quotation. Some of them will say, God give to you to give to me. Then the cocoa of the matter for which I have come to make this short video is because I have come to realize that these people use this quotation for manipulation, for emotional blackmailing. When you want to give your excuse so that you will not give to them, either it is not comfortable for you, or maybe you have been giving and giving and giving and expecting them to might have started off something for themselves and begin to provide for themselves, and they don't want to work. They have the opportunity, they are healthy, they are not sick, they have all it takes to work. Even if they are not academically educated, even if they are not vocationally skilled, at least they can start by local trading, they can start by labor. As I speak, there are people like that in Europe. I mean some Africans in Europe who have the requirements to work, but they refuse not to work. They want to depend on others. They are looking for free money. Some of them are women. They only want to depend on men. They sell their body, and anytime there is no money with them, they will come with these mantras. Some of them are men. They don't want to work. They want to depend on betting. They want to win jackpot, win huge amount of money. When that does not work for long, they get broke and they begin to depend on others. But they have what it takes to work. Even if you will find the work and call them to come and work, they will excuse it. They will not work. Anytime they see you, they will want to take from you. And how many people can you give? How long can you continue to give? And before you try to talk, they will tell you, blessed is the hand that giveth. They have been using it on us. And when they say it, we become emotionally down and we force ourselves to give just to maintain a status quo. But I come to realize that it is not supposed to be like that. So that is the real point that made me to bring this video. Because I have started it. If I identify this kind of people and they tell me, I give them any reason for me not to give to them, they tell me that blessed is the hand that giveth. I will tell them, you should be the hand that giveth. Bless others, give and take that blessing. And that is how it's supposed to be. We should not continue to permit that their emotional blackmailing. So, they should begin to live by example. Because as you see me now, it is about living by example. What you believe that is good to be done, don't always wait for others to do it for you. Don't always be on the receiving end. Always be on the benefiting end. Always put yourself as the benefactor first, not as the beneficiary always. So, they might have been using the same mantra on you. Anytime they come to you and it is not comfortable to you to give, and they begin to quote to you, blessed is the hand that giveth. Tell them to be the hand that giveth. And tell them at the moment they may not give to you, let them give to others, so that they will not think you are just countering them because you are so desperate to collect from them. If you collect from them, some of them will begin to misjudge you, and using your name to gossip, to broadcast to the world that they come for you, or they come to you for help. Instead of you helping them, you begin to take the one they have. That is how they do, and you should not fall into that trap. They can give to others, but what matters is that as far as they know that blessed is the hand that gives, let them be the hand that give. Let them not always be the hand to receive. Let them go and begin to walk. Let them go and begin to develop themselves. Let them go and begin to learn skills, educate themselves in whatever, engage themselves into work. On a monthly basis, they will be paid, or weekly basis, or however interval it may be. They will begin to pay. The way you go out, you wake up in the morning, you wake up in the night to go to work, things like that. Let them also begin to work for themselves. Don't rely on them, don't depend on them, but never allow them to continue to persist you and become economically parasites on you. Always using the mantras, blessed is the hand that giveth, using it to emotionally blackmail you, and you begin to sympathize against your will, against your comfort. You always give. They will do it to you today. After 1 week, they will do. Even at times, it can be 1, 2, 3, or more than 4 people doing the same thing to you. Why? As if you owe them to give, to always give to them. Don't allow it to continue. This is the time everybody will put his or her hands on the desk. Everybody should engage into work. Everybody should begin to earn high and low income. It is part of the human development. What they do to us is economic sabotage, and that kind of economic sabotage should not continue. It has to end. I don't mean you should stop totally to giving to the people. Those who are in the situation that need help, and certainly they need the help, always give as much as you can. Always give. I don't discourage people not to give. Always give. Always give as much as you can. But don't let people be manipulating you in the name of that blessed is the hand that giveth than the hand that taketh. So those who want to insist on this quotation, they should be the hand that giveth. Let me read the quotation to you. This is Acts chapter 20 verse 35. English Standard Version. In a book of Acts chapter 20 verse 35, English Standard Version of the Bible. It says, in all things I have shown you that by working hard in this way, we must help the weak. We must help the weak, not the strong who refuse to work. And remember the words of the Lord Jesus Christ, how he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. We must help the weak. The weak here means the less privileged. It is not the lazy ones. There is a difference between the less privileged and the lazy people. Some people who are lazy, who do not want to work and provide for themselves, they want to confuse us, to categorize them among the less privileged. And these are the people who are so desperate to receiving. Even the less privileged people are not as desperate as they are. Most of the less privileged people wait. Then people begin to locate them and give to them. But there are lazy people who have chosen even to become professional beggars. These are the people I am talking about. We should not continue with them that way. So we should find the alternative. The alternative is that the lazy people who choose to be dependent and parasitic on others, they should be the hand that giveth, and let them be given to others, so that we will see how it goes. Let them teach us the principle, or their belief, or their conviction, or their confidence on the blessed is the hand that giveth. So they should be exemplifying it while we learn from them and continue that way. May God bless you until I come your way once again. I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Inyima Kalu. Bye for now.